and welcome to yet another CPTV episode. We've been gone for 14,000 years. But we're back.
Not that long.
No, well, pretty long now. And I'm looking at a piece of wall, and does it give away on which map we are? It's red wallpaper with white flowers. And it's the wallpaper we all can see on, yes, ZPO Harvest.
This is actually the first time I'm noticing those wallpapers are red with flowers.
I pay a whole lot of attention to the wallpaper either, but it's actually there. There's different sorts of wallpaper too. But before we are talking about interior design and making this podcast or this video last for 4,000 years, we're just going to talk about CPS, and in this case about CPO Harvest. Let's just start at the start. We all spawn in the house, at least when you're a human you spawn inside the house, and the basic thing is you are with some bunch of other humans inside a barn. Outside there are zombies, they want to eat you, eat your brains, have a McBrain milkshake, a brain burger, stuff like that. You don't want that to happen, so you need to get the fuck out of there. Well, you've got to call this military car. It will pick you up if you do the proper things, and you will escape eventually. At least that's the plan. Well, it doesn't always go that way, obviously. So, Denshin, how do you start on this map when you're a survivor?
As a survivor, I just usually go upstairs and locate any sort of weaponry equipment I can find, since there are really none other advanced weaponry this early in the game. There's like one under the bed, there's the rifle on the table, there's the Winchester on the wall, which I ironically cannot see there anymore. But if there are... Right, well, if I can't get that, I'm just gonna get the sledgehammer usually, or anything, and just a bunch of pistols. And
yeah, and
hold out in the kitchen.
Underneath the bed on the first floor you have...
Second floor, not first, or whatever.
At least it's not the main floor. Underneath the bed you've got a random spawn there. You can have a Magnum or a Remington or something else coming underneath that bed. So a lot of people already know that. They're taking it away from underneath my nose. My advice to you is stop doing that. Let me have that weapon.
Are you saying you're underestimating the pistols, mate?
Nah, I'm totally not underestimating them. And a lot of times I'm just using them at the start as well. But it's still nice to have a primary weapon right away. Although you want to stay quite light on this map because you've got to run a lot. Also, you have the armor on the first floor or second floor. Well, what we see a lot of humans do is that they stay in front of the main entrance, which is this here. This is the main entrance, and they think they can hold the zombies out. Well, you cannot. So it's not smart to stay in the hall. Just go to the room where you have the kitchen, stuff like that. That's the safest place. You just shut off the door, put some barricades up, mind that the doors and the windows are not destroyed. That's pretty much the only thing you can do at the start, I think. Right, Denshin?
Sure. You know that at the main entrance it's actually possible to injure the zombie if he's standing absolutely as close as possible to that door. You can actually shoot his hitbox from the inside, since it's like leaning through the door.
Yeah. That's a bit of a bug, but okay, yeah, it's possible indeed.
Right. Well, that said,
yeah.
You need to just run into the kitchen. If everyone holds out there, you're just well set for the next objective.
Yeah, you're gonna hear the television talk some crap about you having to go into the basement. But before we go to that place, when you spawn as a zombie, you will spawn in this cornfield. You might find it hard sometimes to find your way out of the cornfield because it's
yeah.
But you've got one landmark that will tell you which way to go, and that's the water tower. It's very high, and you can see it from pretty much everywhere. If you just see the water tower, you have to go that way because that's where the barn is.
Now when you mention it, you know, I never thought of that.
Yeah. Well, That's CPTV! And by the way, as you are a zombie, there are tons of ways to get inside the house, but the best thing eventually is work together. If you're all punching one piece of wood to one door, it will take forever to actually get an opening somewhere. So make sure to coordinate your stuff, you know. I usually yell to all the other zombies to destroy the main entrance, which I'm looking at right now, because it's rather easy to take down, and with lots of humans, most of the times behind it, you can get about 3 or 4 kills if the humans are not careful enough.
I agree. The main entrance is indeed a very useful spot to break down at first. But what about the back entrances at the kitchen area? There are 2 openings there, and they're really hard to really open. Because most zombies just hit the door and not the 2 boards they're supposed to.
But yeah, because the door is indestroyable, am I right?
Yeah, but you need to... It's destroyable, but you need to destroy the wooden planks in the windows.
Yeah, but
most people don't know that.
But if you keep on punching the door forever, you will not get in. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
The door will just hold. You have to destroy the beams behind it.
Aye.
Yeah, and that's why I always keep yelling to people defending that door from the inside to not shoot the zombie, which is actually just hitting the door, because it will make no difference. If they hit the door, I'm fine with that, because it's not going to destroy the entrance. But it's good to know, if you want to get in through this way, don't punch the door, just punch the planks, else you're not going to get in. And with the window, that's different, because there's not much to punch beside the glass and the wooden planks, which are destroyable. It will take a while, and you will take damage rather easily.
Right, well, shall we carry on?
Yes, you will be told to go to the basement. Now, you'll see a lot of twitchy humans standing in 30 seconds before it actually goes open in front of it. That's not smart. Just keep defending the entire place until the door is actually open, which will take a while, you know.
Aye.
Also, it takes a while. I don't know if that's since the last update. I think it is, but you cannot close the door right away anymore. I think it used to be you used to be able to close it right away after everybody got in, but nowadays there's some sort of time limit on it.
Supposedly, I've been experiencing that too.
Yeah, and it's quite the... Well, it makes you quite anxious, because you're really afraid that this one zombie will run in on the right time and kill you. And that happened to me once, and I tried to close the door. I had 25 HP. Zombie came around the corner. Door didn't want to close. He killed me, and after that, all the zombies could just enter the basement, and they killed us all. So make sure you actually close that door and put a barricade behind it or some piece of C4 that if they actually get through, you can blow some stuff up. Now, inside the basement, what is your advice about this place, Danchin?
Well, it doesn't take... What's the word? Instantly for the fuse to just appear, but you need to wait for the message to actually... finish before it just magically appears somewhere. But know all the places where it enters, the shelves, the corners, and the dark areas, and just take it, place it by the fuse, and just get the hell out of the way before it turns you into a little bit of flesh ball. Yeah,
I still see a lot of people get hit by that, and that's a waste. But indeed, you have to wait for the message, which is something important you should keep in mind, that if you are in the first part of the basement, and you run in and you don't see the fuse and you think, oh, it's not here, that might just be because the message has only just been shown.